So kind of a spontaneous video today. I just got out of the shower, sorry about the slightly wet hair, and I put my dinner on and I thought, do you know what, I may as well do a video on it. So I'm having the Chicago Town Tomato Stuffed Crust Takeaway Sticky BBQ Jackfruit Saucy Vegan Pizza. That's a long title. So this is really quite new. It launched probably a few weeks up to a month ago, and it's available in Iceland for £3. I think Tesco sells it for like £3.50. And possibly Asda as well, but I'm not entirely sure, so don't quote me on that. But I got mine from Iceland for £3. So I thought I would just kind of review it, talk about it today, and share it with you, really. So for me, this is really my sort of ideal pizza, like just looking at it. The only thing I'd probably change is, like, as you can see, we've got a stuffed crust here with tomato. I used to love a cheesy stuffed crust before I went vegan, like the Domino's one. But it's still nice that they've kind of incorporated that. So on the back it describes it as tomato sauce stuffed crust pizza base topped with barbecue sauce, dairy-free mozzarella alternative, barbecue seasoned jackfruit, red and green peppers and red onion. Now those three toppings, the red and green peppers, red onion and jackfruit, are probably my three ideal toppings. I absolutely love having peppers on a pizza and red onion, just to add a bit of like sweetness, and I really love barbecue sauce. So hoping that the barbecue sauce isn't too like strong, because a lot of barbecue products can be a little bit overpowering. Now jackfruit is a weird thing that I swear only seems to have like come about in the last few months. I feel like I'd never heard of it before, but you know, obviously it's always existed. But it's really interesting. It's kind of like a meaty style texture, almost like pulled pork, and they put it in loads of vegan stuff and I absolutely love it. It doesn't really taste so much, so don't let the name put you off. It's not like fruity or sweet or anything. They usually just combine it with barbecue sauce and it just has quite a like I said, a meaty texture. So I've cut a slice of the pizza so we can have a look. So as you can see, it's really quite like a massive crust. So let me actually hold up the whole thing. So here it is. So you can see we've got an absolutely massive crust here, obviously stuffed with the tomato. And then the middle, you know, it's pretty generously topped. What is good about it as well is they're not really skimping on the cheese. So as you can see, there's a lot of cheese here. And the other toppings look quite nice. There's like quite small chunks of like peppers and stuff like that. So it's not like massive chunks. So honestly, it looks really good. So I'm absolutely starving. So let's try a bit. Okay, so the first thing that hits me is the barbecue sauce, and it's not very strong. It's definitely there, and you can taste it straight away, but it has got like a really nice, quite sweet taste, so I really like that. I'm going to try a bit more because I haven't had many of the toppings or anything yet. That is incredibly tasty, so I've had quite a bit of it, and it is so nice. The flavour just works really nice. It's just like a really like tasty sweet barbecue sauce, almost tastes a little bit like chili, and it's not spicy in any way, but I'm just trying to describe like the different flavour in that. Really tasty. I know a lot of vegans worry about like the cheese being sticky. Often vegan cheese can be a bit like weird and like sticks to the roof of your mouth. I find that with Papa John's it does. It doesn't bother me loads, but it can be a bit, you know, not a really pleasant texture. This doesn't really do that. It's pretty nice. And it's cooked really quite nice and crispy, so I'm going to try a bit of the crust as well. Okay, so I don't know if that was just that bit I had, but there's not like loads. So if I just show you here, there's not like absolutely loads of tomato sauce coming out there, which is quite nice actually, because I don't like it when it's like really like heavy and rich. But that is still just really nice. It's not overwhelming. And nothing about this pizza seems like too intense right now. It just tastes like a really nice pizza. And for a frozen pizza, I'm so impressed. It's delicious. You know, I'd probably go as far to say this is one of the best pizzas I've ever had, because just all of the toppings are my favourite things. Obviously it's vegan, but even if it wasn't vegan, you can't really tell, and it's just so nice. So now, looking at nutrition, it is a pizza of course, so we can't expect it to be like super healthy, and just because it's vegan doesn't make it healthy either. I think that's the thing that even I do sometimes. I'm like, oh, it's vegan, it's fine, I can have like 10 burgers or whatever. Sadly, things still don't work like that. If something's processed, it's probably going to be higher in salt, higher in fat, and saturated fats and all of that. But let's just have a little look here. So they give it in terms of half a pizza. So the calories per half a pizza are 598. So that's pretty steep. So if I eat this whole thing, which knowing me, I probably will, that's going to be about 1,200 calories, which is, you know, almost over half of what a woman is meant to have. So, you know, if it's a meal and you're not having too much, it's okay. But what I used to like to do with pizza is actually cut them in half and then maybe have half cold the next day and then have the current half warm with like some salad, because I just find the salads quite filling and kind of encourages you to eat slower and stuff as well. So I don't have any salad today though, but that is something I would recommend and what I'd like to do in the future so I don't end up eating the whole thing at once. But you know, at the end of the day, it's probably not only cheaper than like getting like Papa John's or a different like takeaway pizza, it is going to be slightly better for you. So, you know, if you just have one of these in the fridge after a night out or just like for a late night snack or a treat now and then, I think, you know, it's a really good option to just have it in there because I kind of rely on freezer food sometimes when, you know, there's nothing else and I don't want to buy a takeaway which is quite expensive or extra fattening. So the amount of fat per half a pizza is 19 grams. Now the saturated fat is 12 grams per half a pizza. And I think you're meant to have 20 grams of saturated fat a day. So yeah, so that is a lot. So if saturated fat is going to be up there, and I'm pretty much sure that would be the cheese and stuff like that. Now the vegan cheese I think is made from coconut. And coconut oil, while obviously better, while it's vegan, stuff like that, is still very high in saturated fat. So let's check the other things. So carbs are 91 grams per half a pizza. Sugars is 13 grams per half a pizza. So once again, we have got barbecue sauce. It is sweet. It's going to be quite sugary. And protein, 14 grams. So at least there's quite a lot of protein in it. So that's quite good. So it's 28 grams per whole pizza. And then salt is 2.6 grams. So here are those different details if you want to see them. Okay, so let me just finish off this slice and then I'll give you my final thoughts. So I just finished off that slice and I can say that I absolutely love this pizza. It's totally my type of thing. If you love sort of barbecue sauce, it always reminds me of like a chicken pizza a little bit, because I used to have like barbecue pizza with like all these toppings and a bit of chicken on. So I feel like the jackfruit almost reminds me of like little chunks of chicken a bit. So if you want something like that, I think this is a really good option. Like I said, none of the flavours are too overpowering. The barbecue sauce, there is just a slight kick there. Like, I'm not great with spices and it's not actually spicy, but just sort of an aftertaste. There is something, I don't know if in the ingredients there might be like a little bit of like chili or something, or just something to give a slight like smoky taste, which is really nice. None of the toppings are too chunky, so showing you this once again, you know, it looks really good. And the crust in the dough is really nice as well. So it looks like there's a lot of crust, but it's not dry at all. It's not hard. It hasn't like cooked like rough or hard or anything. So I would probably give this pizza a 9 out of 10. I think there could be a few more toppings. I'd love to see a little bit more of the jackfruit and, you know, even more like little chunks of veg and stuff. I just love pizzas that are absolutely covered in toppings. So that would be my only criticism. But apart from that, I absolutely love it and I'd highly recommend you try it. Obviously the calories and stuff like that saturated fat isn't ideal. But as long as you're not having this every day, and I bet the people watching this don't even care about like calories and saturated fat because it's a pizza and you want to know if it tastes good or not. So the answer is yes, I absolutely love it. I would highly recommend it. If you've tried it, let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And yeah, like I said, if you are a bit worried about calories and wanting to have this, maybe have half of it, have it with a bit of salad and then have the other half the next day or whatever. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was useful and informative or just enjoyable watching me eat pizza. And I'm going to try not to eat the whole thing now. But please subscribe if you want to see more. Please like this video and I will see you in the next one. Bye!